kids are
One
back.
two one two one two one two one two. What's the podcast? Season 4, episode 12, aka episode 172. This is DJ Jerome Baker the third. Shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag She Eddie.
What's up, fellas?
And
it's
don't charge Abdul.
like we're
Damn.
seeing a ghost.
Seriously, I feel like I've been gone for like weeks.
I mean,
I
listen,
guess I have been gone weeks at this point.
your name is International Eddie.
You know what I'm saying?
What's the streetwear scene like in
It's-
Europe, bro?
It's the same
saw
as here.
You were in Portugal and Spain and Berlin, and my man was out there traveling the world.
Yo, everybody in Europe's shoes are cooked. That's what I noticed.
And they don't wear deodorant.
Everybody's shoes are cooked. It's not even like the white girl Air Force Ones. It's the Euro Force Ones. 'Cause
What smells
everything is-
worse, the people or the sneakers?
I didn't really smell any sneakers, but the people definitely don't wear deodorant in Europe.
Yeah, I think there's a high probability of people wearing sneakers with no socks over there than there is over here.
I don't know. Summertime in the city.
Oh, that's nasty.
I mean, people
nasty tactics.
There's definitely a demographic of people in this country who believe in cooked sneakers. And, you know,
I
not
feel like
wearing
I feel like it comes from Europe.
Yeah,
but
it's
I feel-
the colonizers.
Exactly.
European.
Because if you go
Look
there,
at what the trend is.
even in the streetwear stores, all the kids that were working there cooked shoes, like fried.
You know when I think that's kind of started is not too long ago when ASAP Rocky made Air Force One mids, the white Air Force One mids, kind of like a thing a little bit. And that led on to a lot of
People-
motherfuckers just wearing them shits until they
People
were
cooking Air
fried.
Force One, yeah.
Yeah. And
But they
you
wear
know what I mean?
everything cooked.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've
Right.
seen Stan Smiths being cooked, wearing a lot of those. They look crazy. And you know, but I kind of feel like that might have been like the start of when it became like mainstream, was when the mids kind of made a comeback. I don't remember what year that was. Might have been 2011, 12, something like that.
Why would you remember that?
I don't even wear mids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I think that was the time,
Well, I just
2011
think-
and 2012.
I think it also stems from kids getting one shot at a pair of sneakers and just wearing them to death. Like their parent, I mean, we've seen the increase in the price of Air Force Ones, and so if the parents don't want to pay, and if they're too lazy to clean them,
120.
you know what I'm saying? And
You can't clean white on whites. You
I
can't
just cleaned some today. I mean,
Nah,
they
you
look-
could clean
they
them.
look good- they look
You can
good.
wipe them down, but you can't really bring them back.
I mean,
but-
you can like the first like two times.
Yeah,
After
you can
that,
you wipe it down.
yeah.
But you ain't
I,
really.
mean, I gave Bella's a second life.
I mean,
They weren't
Bella's a
cooked.
kid. Kids don't have to be
They
like.
weren't cooked.
They
you
don't
know
have
what
to
I
be
mean?
like bright white.
Yeah, we
you
just
know?
got some new. We got some new stuff to keep the crease from going in, and we just did good.
You should get her the creaseless joints
Well, I
that
got
are
the
just coming out.
shoehorn. Those are too much for her age. You know.
Yeah,
what I
you're
mean?
right.
Like,
I might get those for myself. Actually, I want to see. I'm just curious to see what they're.
I want to see what
they're
they
like.
look like. Yeah.
Well, they look the same, but I want to see what they feel like and
material,
if they
though,
actually
exactly.
work.
Yeah.
Like,
Well-
is it really not going to crease?
Do you
Are they
put
made out
that-
of rubber? And I
Do
don't
you
know.
put that thing in the toe?
Never.
Yeah.
uh,
I was listening to a podcast, and I think your boy Premium Pete was talking about how he doesn't like how they have the creaseless ones because it takes away from like the white on white Air Force One thing where like you only wear them a few times and that's it. He was like, I don't want the anti-crease ones. I just want to like
Nah.
if they, once they're fucked up, it's a wrap.
No, I mean, listen, Premium Pete is rich, so I can understand
Yeah.
his stand on that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the broke side of things, so if I could get a pair where the motherfuckers don't crease, I'm gonna.
It
go
might
with
not
that.
have even been him to say that. I think it was just the pod when he was on the sneakers podcast. They were talking about.
I
that.
did see him on. Shout out to Premium Pete, former guest of our show, and he was on the Complex full size run with what's my man's name who does the commentary on food? Kujin, I think is his name.
Cuisine.
Kujin, Kujin,
Kujin.
whatever. Yeah, shout out
Uh,
to him. He's a funny
so
dude.
do remember to check out what's a podcast.live for our previous episodes, and also youtube.com/what's a podcast. We have a really tremendous commentary community of commenters on the YouTube.
Yeah,
who seem
shout out to them.
Just hold us down, and they listen to the podcast in great detail, and you know what I mean. So we appreciate them for all of their hard work. But yeah, I mean, it's dope to see
Or
Eddie
easy
back.
work, because
I mean,
I
you know,
would like to think
call
listening
loyalty.
to us is kind of like a easy. If it was hard,
It's
I
an
don't
easy
think anybody
listen.
would do it. Yeah,
It's an
I
easy
mean,
listen.
we're easy. We're kind of on the fun side of things.
I feel like we
You
got to
know,
make it
we're
easy. We got to make it easier than to get
we're
more
very
people to listen.
yeah.
So you know
I
what I
mean,
mean.
listen,
But yeah, Eddie's back in the building. Eddie, apparently Eddie, excuse me, he had
a
a
birthday
birthday
A
party,
few days
party,
ago.
a
No,
birthday
did not have a
party,
birthday party.
and we
and
weren't
we
invited.
were
How do
not
you feel about
invited.
that, Jerome?
Not true.
You know, man,
I'm
I'll be
too old
honest
to
with
have
you.
birthday parties, bruh.
Listen, I think my wife is on your wife's close circle on Instagram stories, and the green thing popped up, and there was a party happening, and we weren't invited.
That's not true.
Jerome, how do you feel about that? Eddie, I would like to have thought that
Jerome was DJing the party.
that's
You were
I was
just
the
the one
only
that
one
wasn't
left out.
there.
Holy
Jerome and Tom were
shit!
going back and forth.
Wow.
I had 11 gigs this weekend, man. That's just one I won't talk about. So
After
Mhm.
20 something years of knowing you, I was the one guy left out of the invite list.
It'd be the first time you got left out of something.
Oh
It's gotta
man.
happen. It's gotta
Damn.
happen.
but yeah, I mean,
Happy
it was a happy birthday.
happy
Obviously,
birthday, bro.
it's always good for
Appreciate
people
y'all.
to have safe travel.
Yours coming up too, right, Rome?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
What are
mine
you
is the
doing something?
18th. No, be in Arizona,
Yeah,
Oh,
so you're
chilling.
okay.
doing something. You're gonna be chilling with moms.
Absolutely,
Yeah, that's
I'm
doing
looking
something.
forward to it like no other.
Yeah, that's doing something.
Um, yeah, I'm super excited to do nothing. So, also, happy birthday, Silent Tom. His birthday just passed.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
shit. Did I know that?
What day is
Wait,
Tom's
when was
birthday?
Silent Tom's birthday?
like Friday or Saturday.
Last
Yeah,
Friday.
yeah,
Oh, it's
last
coming
Friday
up.
or
This
Saturday.
past
No,
Saturday.
this past Saturday.
What day of the week is that? I mean,
It
Dog, that's
what's
you
what
and
number?
Tom and
I,
Eddie are really close in birthdays.
that's
I
what I'm
didn't even know
saying.
that.
Because
Yeah, his birthday was
my birthday was on Monday.
his birthday was Friday or Saturday.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so he's July
Happy
30th
birthday
to
to Silent
31st.
Tom, the God.
Yeah, so
Happy
obviously,
belated, Tom.
happy
Yeah.
belated to Silent Tom, and obviously, um, it's a beautiful thing. I know last episode we spoke about the Lupe Fiasco show on September 9th.
Oh yeah.
The Cool, he's performing the Cool in
Mm.
September 9th here in DC. I copped tickets the
You already
day
copped.
I already copped. I copped
Sold
tickets
out?
the day they were available. I'm not sure if they're sold out. And then I reminded Abdul because I forgot he was in the Dominican Republic. So I just was like, "Yo, that's all they got left." G. He copped. So Eddie, if they're available, or I believe you could talk yourself in as well. It's not going to be difficult. It's
Where's it gonna be at?
At Howard
Howard Theater.
Like,
Go
Oh,
cop a
work it out.
ticket, bro. Let's
We'll
go.
work it out.
yeah,
Yeah.
nobody.
They'll be
pays
for sale at the door.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't turn
It's gonna
people
be-
away at the Howard
it's
Theater.
That's
gonna
what
be-
I'm saying.
yeah,
You get-
Howard
get there,
Theater's-
get there early, you good to go.
Howard Theater is a very understanding venue. Shout out to Lupe, man. It's gonna be a dope show. Friday night in DC. It's gonna be good energy in there. So
How you gonna work that out with your other situations? I'm sure. Do you have any gigs lined up, or you canceled it for that day, or
I
are
might
you gonna
take
be
that.
like, "Yo, I got to leave at 9 o'clock"?
I might take that night off because
Yeah, take the night off, bro.
Jerome will end up at like Rose Bar or something at like 2:30 a.m.
No,
That,
the
that
thing
works.
is-
That works
the-
actually.
no, the
You can
thing
do
is,
that.
I have a Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. I have a Wednesday, Thursday, 2 gigs Saturday, and a gig that Sunday already.
So you off Friday anyways.
Not off, but I haven't accepted anything yet because I'm just like I'd rather just see the Lupe.
Do you normally play Abigail on Fridays?
Like twice a month.
Okay, but that's not like
Yeah.
that's not a residence like a Friday
It's
residence.
not. It used to be. You know
Exactly,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
But pandemic things change. So
No doubt. Good for them.
I'm
good for
excited
you.
to go to
Yeah.
that show, man. We went to go see Lupe the last time he was here at
The
the
Hamilton,
Kennedy
correct?
Center.
Oh,
No, he was at the Kennedy Center.
Okay.
Was that during the pandemic or it was
it was
before?
It was like right before the pandemic. It was like January 2020.
I've
He
never
tore-
seen him
he
in
tore that
in
shit
concert.
down, man.
He's
He
good.
tore it down. Just him and the DJ, but very entertaining. And he
Who's
puts
with him
on an
this show?
amazing- I think it's just him again.
It was him and he's just performing the Cool the whole album.
Dope.
So to hear certain songs, Go Watch, and certain songs like that, it's just gonna be super super dope. Like
Yep.
so
Howard Theater's a good venue for it too.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
a good venue. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So if you live in DC, get tickets. The weekend.
Come hang out with
was-
us.
Yeah, come hang out. The weekend was solid. Like I said, I had 11 gigs starting with the Darla Nikki 1 year
Oh,
anniversary.
Tell us about that, man. I missed it.
Uh,
I think
it
Eddie, did you go? Eddie
was.
might have missed it. He might have been
No,
still been in New
I
York.
just got back that day.
Oh yeah, it was incredible. I mean,
Yeah,
there's really not too much
Who
else
did
I
you
can
have a
say.
special any special guest that night, or like any guest
him.
DJ,
He
or
was the special guest.
well, I mean, he's there every week.
I was in special guest mode for sure.
Okay,
Like I
but
tore
you
it
didn't like
down.
again. You didn't have any other else DJ, just you and Matthias.
Matthias and then our guy T Nice, who's he's also the photographer, but he's a DJ. Like he's a
Okay,
DJ
he's
slash
a DJ,
photographer.
but
So
he's y'all's photographer.
yeah. So he rocked out. He got busy.
That's dope.
That was Wednesday. Thursday, I had a gig for Soho House. They have a program called Cities Without Houses, and
Yeah,
so they had an event at the Line. So I DJ'd that, and that mix should be coming out probably next week. It's like 2 hours. And that was
And that's
cool.
just for City Without Houses members only, or what?
So they're
Is that trying to promote it?
it's
trying to
like an
promote it,
invite only type
try
thing,
to
right?
invite only, trying to recruit new potential Cities Without Houses members, which is cool. But the thing about it is like
No, it's not that cool.
having a Soho house is actually tight. Like you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying. So
I kind
but
of like the idea of having membership. If I don't have a Soho house here, having access to a Soho house if I visit another city, though.
oh yeah,
So that I think is definitely valuable because, you know, we're on the move a little bit, and a lot of these cities that we go to, whether it's New York, LA, Miami, places like that, Chicago, it's always nice. Soho House kind of is a vibe. It's a thing. I would
well
love to have a
they've
that sort of membership to those places and access to those places.
I know they've humanized Soho House a bit more. It used to be a little bit stuffy. It used to be a little bit
Yeah,
square. It used to be a little like, nose in the air, shoo shoo sha sha. But now, like, they're throwing functions in Soho House. Like
yeah.
Toronto just had what they had Caravana, I believe, or
I would
whatever.
have loved to have been in Toronto for that.
There was crazy Soho House parties.
Yeah, dog.
Shout out to our guy Spencer Tracy. He holds down Soho House Miami like you don't believe. Like
Hmm.
he's the guy. Actually,
Yeah,
shout out my homegirl Erica, who's part of Rock Creek. She leads the Cities Without Houses program with another woman that lives in DC, and so they're the ones making it
yeah,
happen
that's family.
across the
Shout out to
country.
Autumn and Erica.
Hmm
And can I get a membership, guys? Seriously, like,
Just hit them. I believe you really could.
you know what I'm
Honestly,
saying?
it's worth it. I rock with Soho House, so
do you have a
It might be
membership
worth it,
now?
but I'm just on some, on some broke boy type shit.
I
I would
don't.
just
I'm trying to get
like
that.
on the arm. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to get that for the low. You
Do
know
they
Yeah.
what I
do that
mean?
though? Do they
I
have?
mean, I like to get it like on the arm, like,
You know what I'm
I don't-
saying?
for the, you know what I mean? For
Nah,
the super low,
yeah,
please.
super low. So, we'll find out if they do it. I'll tell you when they do.
Yeah.
How about that?
I would like to be able to go to the one in LA and not have any issues walking in.
They just opened another one in LA too.
Where is that?
It's Soho Warehouse, I believe it's
That's
close
the
to
one downtown, close to the
Yeah,
Commonwealth
Mhm.
store.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
been to that
yeah.
one.
I haven't
It's
been
a
to
nice
that
one. Yeah.
I've been to the other one. The other one's solid too.
I don't know where the other one is. What part of town is that on in?
Closer to Hollywood, I want to
Okay.
say.
Yeah, I've only been to the
so-
one in downtown, and it's fly. And I went to a nice little function there, a nice party. Shout out to my man Kenny McAllister, who was having a party there. But yeah, I would listen.
I'm
Hold me
trying
down.
to. Friday, I don't remember what. Oh, Friday, I DJ that other half. You guys been to other half?
Mm-mm.
Nah,
It's a brewery next to Gravitas. So if you've been to
Okay.
Gravitas, this is a
Gravitas.
brewery that
Okay.
just
It's in the Hex warehouse.
yeah. So did that, did Death Punch, and then Saturday, I was in Baltimore Saturday afternoon.
Oh, how
I
was
mean,
that?
DJing?
Yochella,
It
right?
was cool, yeah. Yochella, it was tight, man. I like the idea. I like to see people
Yeah.
take one idea and put their spin on it. It was cool,
So
man.
what was the vibe there?
They
What
just
kind of
went,
music they playing?
I just played what you would expect to hear at Coachella.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So just a little bit more Yochella, though. A few Baltimore records, some
You
hip
play some
hop.
club music.
Gave some club, gave some Cuddy. I gave him
Mm.
everything that you would expect at Coachella and Baltimore at the same time. So it was a good time.
Dope.
Then ran down, came back to DC that night and played at Ozio.
How's that?
And it's rocky.
Ozio. Every time I think of Ozio, I think it's gonna be like an all white party or something like that.
Or like mad people smoking cigarettes inside.
No cigarettes, weed for sure, but and they don't
And
really open the
hookah.
roof. They don't really open the roof that
They
much anymore, which
should.
surprises me. Yeah, that
Yeah.
surprises
So
me.
Air
where's the
that shit
party
out
at?
on the roof.
On the
Oh, you talking about it's
rooftop.
on the roof, but it's they don't open the actual
Yeah,
roof.
yeah. They
Yeah,
used to open the actual
Pop
roof.
the top
yeah,
off.
yeah. They did.
And then Sunday we had our first edition of Sugar Honey Iced Tea, which was at the Moxie Hotel downtown.
What's
Um,
that?
the Moxie is on 10th and
No, no.
K.
What's sugar honey iced tea?
Sugar, it's just a Dollar Nicky vibe. Real cool records. Like we don't turn up. We keep everything with kind of a specific vibe, and it was cool. I mean, we had a great turnout considering it rained, and like a really strong turnout. And yeah, man, that was 11. It was 11 gigs, like 11 gigs. Oh,
Nice.
because I had 3 gigs on Saturday. I also did 1942.
Mm.
So that was it was 3 to 8 in Baltimore, 9 to 12, and then 12:15 to 3. So needless
Wow.
to say, Sunday morning I was just hurt.
Yeah.
But it was good, man. Solid.
I missed a good weekend.
It was a
Yeah.
busy weekend,
I
yeah. But
wanted
that
to
That's
hit
dollar,
the I wanted to hit that Darling Nikki 1 year anniversary,
dollar Nicky
but
1 year was just
I had an
stars.
early flight in the morning and I was like, man,
Stars were out that night. My goodness. My
you were out that night.
I was out literally. So obviously, season 4, episode 12, aka episode 172. What's the podcast very own? Don't Charge Abdul. Speaking of Baltimore, just came off of a very ill feature on the sneakers app.
So that's our
And,
celebrity
and
host.
celebrity
Don't
host,
charge Abdul.
in which he
man.
essentially gave some background about the importance of Baltimore and how Baltimore saved the Air Force One. I really, before we get into it, man, I really hate the commenters on the shoe game. They are some of the most illiterate. They don't
Oh, right.
listen.
Yeah.
Like if Nike and the store and Abdul are giving you the information as to how the Air Force One was saved,
And you try to validate it.
why are you screaming that? Nah, it was New York. Nah, it was this place. I saw somebody say it was South Carolina. I'm like, man, get out of here,
Yo,
bro.
some of these places that they name in the
I'm like,
comments, I'm like,
I'm
do they
like,
even sell sneakers there? Like,
Yo,
I was
some
like,
of
I'm like,
those kids were born in like
you
2002.
just
I'm like,
got
dude,
here,
in
fam.
1984, South Carolina was still in slavery. So like, I don't get it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
motherfuckers
Like,
wasn't buying Air Force Ones in
what are
1982.
y'all talking about, man? But
Oh
not to take
man.
away from Abdul Shine, man. It was a very dope uh, spotlight. Shout out to Carpet Company.
Yeah.
Shout out to Amen and Abdul can give us the breakdown on it.
Abdul,
Yeah.
did they give you like a permanent cheat code for sneakers app since you've been on it?
Man, you would think so, right? I should have had that in my contract actually. Like
Yeah.
that should have been like something
Like just
I
the
should have like,
automatic hit button.
yeah, I was like, yo, you know what? You don't need to pay me. Just can I get a W on sneakers app for like
Right.
the next 4 years?
Right. Can
And
can I get a
you know what I
super
mean?
like button on my
Yeah, like actually, if that's something that can be negotiated in the future, I would like to have that.
that would be dope.
That would be dope.
Because you're like, I'm
Um,
still trying to give you money. You still win.
Yeah, I'm still
But
giving you money.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt you on your
Nah, listen, I
But
think
that's
this is
dope.
more important than that too. Because
No, it's
I
not.
think we've all caught so many L's on sneakers app. You know, we can only dream of
I only
having
call
a constant
L's.
W.
I've only
Um,
won shoes I don't want.
and that's like a psychological thing too, right? Is like you just even when you don't want a shoe, you still are on the app, like entering draws. Like I actually hit on the Nina Chanel Jordan 2s, the lows, which I actually wanted. And that was
But
the
you
last
didn't
thing I
care
wanted.
though.
I didn't
You
care,
just
but I
tried.
did want them. Yeah, I
Yeah.
tried. You know, there was a lot of talk about you know, the Travis lows that dropped, and you know, Travis's Cactus Jack company put out a statement saying, yeah, there were 2.4 million entries in like half an hour. And I'm like, so what? A lot of these people don't even know what the fuck it is. Like they're just
Yeah, they're
gonna,
resellers.
yeah, they're just gonna enter just to enter. And you've not taken into account the bots that are entering. Like we have a guy that his bot enters
Yeah, he got like
50,000 entries into each raffle, or
Yep.
20,000 entry, whatever it is. It's a crazy amount.
Yeah.
So if you even just have six of
And
them
that's just
motherfuckers.
one person.
That's just one person. If you have
Yeah.
like just say six of those guys,
But you have
you're
like
already looking at
600.
like,
You have
yeah,
like
you
600.
no, you have more than that. You have
Yeah.
thousands of people with bots. So
Yeah.
you are not taking into account like the millions of entries that are just not even real.
Impossible. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't like that stat, man. I don't think it's an impressive stat. I think, if you take into account people that enter draws on Sneakers app, and we just do it just to do it. Like,
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's become
Yeah.
part of our Saturday morning routine or our drop day routine. We're just on Sneakers app, like, yo, let me just see if I can cop.
So I'm gonna try to hit. Fuck it. It's like playing the
Yeah,
lottery.
yeah. But back to that segment. I enjoyed it. It was a whole day of not a whole day,
How
but
did that come to about? How did it come to
uh,
fruition? They reached out to you.
my
Somebody else
man,
put them on to you.
my brother Brian, from Lapstone and Hammer, um, put me on, recommended me himself, him and Clark Kent, recommended me for the Baltimore part of the segment that they were doing.
Right.
Essentially, they did it across three cities: Baltimore, Philly, and New York. And in 1984, when the Air Force One kind of came back, those going up and down the 95 corridor, those were the prominent areas where the Air Force One was available.
Yeah.
So they decided to do a segment in Baltimore, and they kind of wanted to talk to somebody who's been around for a while, as well as somebody from like a new generation, and how they feel about Air Force Ones today, right? So,
Mhm.
Eamon came in from that side. It was supposed to be some other cats as well, and that did not work out. So it was just myself and Eamon from Baltimore, and in Philly they had my man Brian and an artist and creative dude named Saeed, as well as a young lady named Ashley. And then New York they had Clark Kent, and then another friend of the show, Bar Brown, my man Scar from Scar's Pizza, and the young boss from Stussy in New York, my man Hugo. Um, and so yeah, so that's how I kind of got it, was through Clark and Brian. And and then I recommended Eamon, and the other people I recommended, it just did not work out, so it ended up just being the two of us on there. But yeah, I mean, it was fun, and you do like 7, 8, 9 hours of taping, and it ends up being like a 4-minute segment. But listen, that's how the things go, right? But it was pretty cool to see it on Sneakers app, and I think it came out well. I was mad nervous, and normal shit. Like, you always forget to say a few things, you forget to name a few people. That's just how things are. You always remember afterwards, or if you've said something or named people, it gets edited out or whatever. But now, all in all, man, it was a lot of fun. And
That's really dope.
I mean, the Nike folks, and shout out to my man Jay, is super professional and knows exactly what he's doing and what he's looking for. And the agency they had, the producers and directors they had of that content know exactly what they're doing. So it was cool, man. So yeah, I appreciate it. Shout out to my brother Clark Kent and Brian for hooking me up.
Dope.
What did you all
Super.
think? Did you watched it? And
I thought it was outstanding. I thought it was great.
yeah, thank you, bro.
Likewise.
Yeah. I mean, I know. Fortunately for Jerome and I, we've heard all those stories before. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah. A lot of people haven't, and
yeah, I mean, the world hasn't. You know?
yeah. I
Yeah.
did. Jerome brought up the shoe game a little while ago. In 2020 or 20, no, it was 2020, right before COVID hit. It must have been like, yeah, I think it was February of 2020. It was like right after I came back from All Star in Chicago.
Yep.
I did a little thing with the shoe game, and my man G Rock, he used to do this thing called Show Me Your Sneaker Collection. And I'd done it in 2006 when he first started that website.
Mr. Anonymous.
Yeah, Mr. Anonymous. 'Cause I filmed it and I never showed my face. And so I was dubbed that name. But So he was like, "Yo, I'm trying to bring this series back," and G Rock is a young black entrepreneur, and I've always wanted to support him for the 16 years that I've known him, and he was like, "Yo, I want to come up to your crib and tape a few sneakers and kind of do bring that show back a little bit." And I was like, anything I can do to help. So I kind of gave the full story of how Baltimore saved the Air Force One back in that episode.
Hmm.
um, and full circle, I was able to do something with Nike for the sneakers app, and so he reposted that video with a small clip about me saying the same thing. And yeah, people in the comments are just like, nah, yo, Nashville brought back Air Force One. Like,
Yeah,
what are you talking about? I don't think
they
people
don't know
even
what they're talking about.
understand. I think they automatically they kind of just go to 5-6 years ago. I'm
Right,
talking
they're
about,
thinking about who brought it back. Like,
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I'm talking about a time when
2017.
I wasn't even buying sneakers. I mean, I'm talking
Right,
about 1984. I was a kid.
right,
You know what I'm saying? I was not even around for it, but I know what happened.
right.
You know, um, so yeah. Anyway, I'm glad that Baltimore was able to get a little bit of a spotlight, because I think we've always been overlooked as a sneaker community, as a sneaker city, and it's just
I
a
think just
very,
just period.
yeah, period.
You
In
know.
any way you look at it, education, crime were super high, and it's just not a city that's recognized for a lot of things. So
Yeah.
um yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Mr. Shoe, Harold Rudo, and Paul Blinken from Cinderella Shoes, and the guy from Downtown Locker Room, what was his name, Tony Trantis, I think it was his name, or something like that. Yeah, I mean, that this shoe would have been dead, dog. It would have been over.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was fun though.
I mean, listen, it's a beautiful thing. We hope there's more because Lord knows I can't take another feature about Eastern Europeans when they did that. That wasn't the look. Um, but at the same time, speaking of Europe,
Whoop, whoop.
Eddie was just in Europe,
I
Yeah.
was
and
indeed.
when you were in Europe, did you get the monkeypox vaccine?
I did not get the monkeypox vaccine or the actual monkeypox.
So Eddie, I
But
don't
I
know.
did. But I did, however, already sign up on DC Health Link to receive
Oh,
the
to get the
monkeypox
to get
vaccine.
did you get notified, or did they
I
say
did
you're not
not get. I did
eligible?
not get notified because I wasn't eligible based on the criteria that they said.
Yes.
I didn't want to lie
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
about the
yeah, yeah.
criteria that they said. But also, if I'm not mistaken, what I heard is the monkeypox vaccine is like a live vaccine. So they give it to you like what you probably have on your arm. They put it on your skin, and then you have to cover it because it's like an active vaccine, and it's like contagious. So you have to keep it covered, and like yeah, all that. So like all you got to check, like wash your clothes right after you wear it, type shit. So it's like a live vaccine. Like how
What
you
does
know how
that
people
mean?
like how people have that burn on their
No.
arm, like how
Yeah,
people.
from like 1981.
Yeah, exactly. So that was like an active, like a lie. That's why it leaves a
That was
scar
like,
like that.
was that for polio or something like that? Every
Maybe,
foreigner, I have it,
right.
but
So
I
maybe
don't know what it was from though.
what I understand, it's like that. It's like it's gonna be like an open sore with the active, like
Oh wow.
that's what I heard. So no, I
Yeah.
didn't get it, and I might not get it.
Well, Eddie, I know
I'm just not gonna share J's with nobody anymore.
the last time you were on the podcast, we talked about this, right? We said you were kind of downplaying monkeypox a little bit. You were kind of like, it's not that big of a deal, yada yada yada. And now it's like
It's
it's
coming.
I don't.
killer.
I don't think it's. I mean, I don't think it's a super. I mean, it's a big deal, but I don't think it's like a COVID type of big deal. They're not going to
Yeah,
shut the whole world.
people are not dying from it,
Yeah, they're not shutting
or
the whole
or
world down because of
the
monkeypox. You know
amount
what I'm
of
saying?
people that are dying from
Yeah.
it is not like crazy high. I
Wait, do
should say
you
that.
die? Do you die from it?
I mean, I think they have had cases of people dying though.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know
know
enough
if
about monkeypox. I know that
me
shit
neither.
looks foul, and I don't
No,
want any parts
it
of it.
looks nasty. It looks
I don't
nasty.
want no.
It's
I don't
the
want no parts of
Jay Slayer, man. He's the one that put up the
it.
post with the monkeypox, and I was like, oh no, that looks disgusting.
Yo,
Yeah, he did.
yo, Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, monkeypox looks like chickenpox 5.0. Like,
On
you know what I'm
Like
saying?
crack.
Did, did,
20.0.
did you ever have chickenpox?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Well,
I think
that's kind of what
everybody
we
had
looked
it.
like.
But I had
My
him when I was like 1 year old. I don't
I
even
know, so I
remember.
don't. I actually
Yeah,
had it when I was a little bit older. I actually remember having it.
yeah.
I think I might have been like 7 or 8 years old, and I was in Sierra Leone, and I remember my wife. I got it. My sisters got it at the same time,
And
and
you
we
all get it.
all
My mom did that. She put us all in the same room. My brother had it, and then we all just got it. She's like, "Fuck it, just get it over with."
yeah. And I remember there was this white uh, like solution they had to rub all over you for it help with the itching and shit like that. Because if you scratch it long enough, it was gonna leave a scab, and it was gonna
A
leave a
scar, yeah,
scar. Sorry,
yeah.
not a scab. And so this white solution, I I smell it right now. I
It's
can
like
remember that
calamine
smell.
lotion.
Yeah, calamine lotion
Calamine
kind of
lotion is like
smells good,
pink.
right?
I don't know. I haven't put calamine lotion on since I was like 11, probably.
I gotta find out from my mother what the name of that
You
thing
probably
was, but
have some under your
it
sink.
was
Yeah, I got kids.
it was a nasty smell, man, and I still remember that fucking nasty smell. So, but I do remember getting chicken
Yeah, I
pox.
don't.
But
I don't remember them, but I know I had them.
I wonder if monkeypox is like the same thing. Once you have it once, then that's it.
I don't want it once. That shit looks gross.
No,
I'm
neither do
good.
I.
And most
Neither.
people had that shit around their mouth, which is like, ah,
That's
It's not
nasty.
sexy. It's not sexy at all.
no.
It's crazy. Actually, I'm not gonna go further into it.
As much
Never
as I was about that's why I was about to change the subject. 'Cause if
mind.
one person gonna say too much, man, it's
Nah,
gonna
we're
be
gonna
up
get
to.
canceled. Forget it. Let's
Nevertheless,
move on.
obviously, Eddie wasn't the only person on this podcast that was out of the country. Clearly, I had 11 gigs this weekend, so I was here. But Abdul, you spent time in the Dominican Republic. Did you go
Yeah,
down?
man.
Did you go down with like your boys, like 10 of your
I
boys? Was it like a
no,
homie trip?
no.
Was it a homie
I,
trip?
it was not. It was a
Ah,
family trip. I was there with my wife and my two daughters, and so they were actually there for a while. My family had been there for a couple of weeks, um, and I went and met up with them and spent the last 5 days of the trip with them, and then we all
Mm.
came back together. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, DR is always going to be fun. The weather's nice. You're in a beautiful
Villa.
part of the country, and well, we weren't at a villa, we were in a hotel, but uh it was you're on the beach, and the food is amazing, and it's just a vibe. The kids are just running around, and they're having the time of their lives. And so yeah, I mean, it was a nice relaxing getaway. um they have direct flights now. You know what I'm saying? You can just be there in like 3.5 hours.
Yep.
So it's
It's
kind of
relatively
tight.
inexpensive down there.
It is pretty inexpensive. Yo, the Ubers down there mad cheap.
Yeah.
In Santo Domingo, yeah, you can get around town for equivalent to $4, $5.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, from one side of the city to the other side, $5. And
It's good.
and the
It's good
Ubers,
down
there's
there.
a lot of Ubers there, so
Yeah.
you can. It's not a problem getting a cab or an Uber, but
Dope.
um, yeah, I mean, listen, Dominicans are hustlers, man. That's one thing I gotta give it up. I mean, I've always thought that the the most uh, the hustlers that I've known about are West African, or even like Asians. We see are really hard workers, but Dominicans work smart, like, and they are just hustlers. Like, for example, everybody who I was talking to has like a million different hustles going on.
They
For
got
them,
to. They
for
have to.
them, for them, they're like, yo, if somebody asks me to do something 3 times, automatically it goes off in my head that something's missing in the market that I can provide a service for.
Hmm.
Like, think about that. It's such a genius way to do things. Like, you're gonna ask me, 3 people ask me for something, then that means I can
I'm in
provide a
business.
service, and
Yeah.
I can start a business.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that, but it's actually a really smart way to see what gaps are, where the gaps are in the world, and what
Yeah.
people really want.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason 3 different people are asking you about
Well,
something
especially
because
if you like live instead like where people go on vacation all the time. Everybody wants everything.
yeah,
You
I mean,
know,
dog, anything
perfect.
from a one of my homies' young nieces, she started a business where
They live out
she,
there.
yeah, they live out there. She started a business where she rents out these super luxury cars for like a month, right? She'll get it for like a month, and then she subleases it to like these content creators who all they want to do is take pictures in front of these luxury cars for like Instagram and TikTok and bullshit like that, and hits them on the head for like a day's rent worth of rent or 2 days, whatever they want the car for.
Yeah.
And she's able to just make whatever she's making on top of that. And if there's no, if she doesn't find people to rent the car, she just
She's
returns it,
whipping it.
or or she's whipping it. But it's just one of those things, man. They've just figured out ways to like
To
make
get
money,
bread.
and
Yeah.
I respect that, man. So I think that's one thing I kind of came back with was like, yo, there's just so many
You're like,
different
how am I
ways
gonna
that
capitalize on something?
yeah, I mean, my eyes were open. I'm like, yo, they're real hustlers down here.
Yeah.
I gotta start thinking like that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think we all should really like
No doubt.
don't don't ask me 3 times for anything. I'm gonna start charging you. The fourth
Well,
motherfucker's gonna get hit and
there
hit
you
in the head.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
Season 4,
3 people
episode
ask me to get them into Darling Nikki. The fourth motherfucker's gonna pay.
season 4, episode 12, aka episode 172. What's the podcast? Two quick things of note. 23 years ago today, Donnell Jones released "You Know What's Up," featuring Left Eye. If you're
Yeah,
not hip, that was a absolute smash.
that was a smash.
Still get some good early in the nightclub
Hell
run. You know what
yeah.
I mean? And approximately 1 year tonight, and what I will absolutely be watching after we're done here. 1 year tonight, the Locks
Oof.
destroyed the Diplomats.
That was already a fucking
It was
year.
a year.
Yeah,
That was a
Wow.
1 year
year.
today.
1 year
Jadakiss had
today.
got an MVP. He dropped 100 points at the Garden.
Jada went
She
crazy.
bet batting
Jada
a
went
thousand.
crazy. Yeah, he was crazy.
So just obviously though,
He's still riding that wave.
So the
Hell yeah.
crazy thing about it is, I know we keep saying like, "Yo, it's only you can't believe it's only been a year." Like it's mad quick. There actually was a study today released some information that the Earth is actually spinning faster.
No,
So yeah, so when they tell you that the days have been going, are like, dang, time's flying by. No, time is really flying by faster now.
Yeah, but that's just not speeding the clock up though.
No. Like the Earth is actually spinning
Yeah.
faster on its
So-
axis.
I believe
so
that.
it would take 24 hours before for it to do one spin. Are we saying it's now
18
Taking-
hours?
Nah,
Yeah,
not
it's
like 18. Nah. But it's
Like
like
19 and a
it's
half.
just like it's like incremental. Like it might be 23 hours and 52 minutes.
Okay.
Something like that. It's nothing super duper noticeable, but it is it's
what has
something that
changed? What
they
is
don't
it?
know.
Is it
Everything
climate?
has fucking changed, dog.
I know, but what would cause the Earth to go faster?
So what happened was, I believe
all the
they
all
said
the ice
Somebody
melted.
got to have
no.
a theory.
The shortest day ever was on June 29th, and then July 26th there was another even
Short day.
shorter day.
Oh,
Even
shit.
shorter than the first one. On both of these days, the Earth completed its usual 24-hour rotation in less than 24 hours. The Guardian reported June 29 was 1.5 milliseconds shorter than usual, the shortest day. So I mean, we're looking at very, very, very
Yeah,
short
yeah,
times.
yeah.
But they have some different things. Obviously, climate change. So the weight of the world is shifting. Earthquakes, the Earth's core, ocean circulation, like all these, a lot of different things that
Yeah.
are.
Bro,
What they're
what is
saying is
happening?
what they're saying is that Earth is not this solid ball that we've
They
been
always
taught it is.
imagined it to be.
Right. It's a bunch of there's water on top, there's water underneath, there's all sorts
Water
of
all around.
there's all sorts of
And the
different
water is
reasons.
taking over cities and towns now. There's become
the
more
ice is
water
melting.
now
The
than
ice is
anywhere,
melting.
any time else. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Ice is melting.
it pretty much rains every day in DC, which is crazy. I don't know if you guys have seen the videos from Hawaii where they have all these colonizers who are on these islands and they look at these waves that are like 30 feet high. The waves go above the houses, and when they come down, the people are like, "Oh my god, it looks like it's gonna hit us!" Boom, takes them out.
Do they
Crazy.
die?
Not yet, so there's nothing to celebrate, but
They're
soon they
definitely not.
will.
They're definitely not moving yet, though.
Soon they
Nothing to
will.
celebrate.
Nothing to celebrate yet, but soon they will. You know what I'm saying?
Jerome, tell us how you really feel.
Y'all know how I really feel. We ain't gotta say a whole lot over here. But
Oh man.
just be prepared out there, man. Be safe. Turn your lights off. Do what you can do because it's on the way. There was actually a scientist was arrested. It's on social media now. He was
I did
arrested
see
yesterday, I
that. I
believe.
didn't. I didn't watch the whole thing, but
He
outside of
basically
like Chase Bank or something like that.
he I think he like handcuffed himself to a Chase Bank
Yeah.
and was basically saying, "You guys aren't paying attention to what we're saying. Like something catastrophic is on the way." And I mean, I think we know something catastrophic's on the way. It just depends. It's more of a when, not a if. Because if you look at these storms and if you look at these, just how, how violent these storms have become recently, there's going to be some major
Yeah.
damage done very soon. These storms are going to get bigger. I mean, if you think about England, what was that a few weeks ago when they set the all-time temperature high? They don't have air conditioning over there. Shout out to my
Yeah.
man. Shout out to my man Neil. He just moved to London with his family.
I
Super
hope he has
tight.
air conditioning.
I don't. They just live in hotels. Neil got money, but I don't know, man.
They
I
got
wouldn't.
AC then.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would be real. I would move real cautiously out here in the streets, man, because between the earth changing, climate, they keep saying we're in a recession or a
It's
recession's on
coming.
the way. You
It's
Yeah.
know what I
coming.
mean? Like, hold on to your cheese, and just be smart out there. Um, episode 172. This upcoming Thursday, Kendrick Lamar will be in DC. Uh, the tickets were
Yeah.
300. The tickets were almost $400, I believe.
I'm all right
Oh
on that.
really?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going
I
to the show tomorrow.
I mean, good for you. I'm happy.
Oh, you would have sit you in the box.
I'm in a box.
Yep, I know that box.
They were expensive
Yeah.
for the average fan, but Kendrick's actually been taking to social media to help promote a bit more than he normally would. I think they realized the album isn't it's not as easy to digest as previous
Previous work.
albums. Yeah. It's almost like them, I enjoy that though. It's the same with Atlanta. Atlanta just dropped the trailer for season 4 and it looks very much easier to digest. But that Atlanta season 3, that was not.
This was the most recent season.
Yeah.
I stopped watching it.
See, that's what I'm talking about, people. Abdul will sit up here and watch all sorts of like
Bullshit.
crazy white people things that
Yeah.
don't exist. Like
Yeah.
just incredibly whack things Abdul will watch,
I'm
right?
the easiest consumer for TV shows.
But when it comes down to black TV shows, have you noticed Abdul does not support? Let's talk about that,
Whoa.
people. I'm just saying.
Wow.
You know
What's the
what? I did
show?
not. I did
He
not
hasn't
like
watched.
about.
You haven't watched Deion Sanders' show yet.
That's not on TV,
It's on YouTube.
bro. I don't even fucking go on YouTube for like
You can get
anything.
YouTube on your TV. There's an app. Eddie, you got the YouTube app on your phone?
I
on your
have
TV?
so
I got-
many
Of course I do.
channels on my.
Exactly.
I have so many channels on my TV that going to YouTube is never a consideration.
What about Abbott Elementary?
Oh yeah, no, I watched that.
When? Since when, bro? You're lying.
Are you kidding me? I watched that with my wife. I watched the whole season.
The son is lying. He ain't mentioned Abbott Elementary one
I
time.
think
We
he
talked
did.
about it. We
I
talked
think he
about
did,
it
but I'm
in the
not sure.
beginning.
Nah,
Yeah.
bro. Nah.
I tell you, I haven't watched it.
There's
We
one
did.
other.
We-
There's one.
I watch more black TV than you do. You don't even
I don't
watch
watch
TV.
TV. Exactly. So
Yeah.
there's no competition. No, you watch. You can give us like every breakdown of every like nonsensical, unreal white person TV show, and that's okay. I get it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I mean,
Abdul watches
I
black
watch good
TV too.
shows.
Abdul watches everything.
I watch
think-
good shows, man.
I think you just watch. I think you're a volume shooter.
I don't think so. I don't know what
'Cause,
that
like,
means.
That means it's just like there's good and bad.
I enjoyed.
heavy-
What's the name?
See,
What what makes it a black show? Black producers, black
Black
I would
studios,
say
actors, black
majority.
black
actors.
creators.
Yeah.
So
all of
it's
that.
like BMF like a black show because I do watch
Yeah,
that.
that's 50 Cent. I watched that.
I mean,
Does
50 is just
did
black though.
50's not black anymore?
No, his premise of his entire
How
TV
about
catalog is whack.
what's the dude? What's the one with Forrest Whitaker? Godfather of Harlem. Is that a black show?
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's a black show.
but I'm also into portraying black people in a non-drug
Okay,
dealing,
I'm just okay.
like okay.
Did you watch the Michael Jordan special?
The Last Dance?
That's a black show, right?
I mean, it was centered around black people. Did you watch that,
Yes.
Abdul?
I do watch that.
Yeah, I watched The Last Dance.
Did you watch the Derek Jeter show?
Derek Jeter has a show.
He has a documentary on ESPN. It's like six parts right now.
Is Derek Jeter black?
Yeah, his dad's black.
I'm joking.
he's like J. Cole.
No, I watched Issa Rae, all of her shows.
He's more
and-
like a Logic than a J. Cole.
yeah, he's like a Logic. He might
I
be
don't-
like he claims Italian.
I've never watched Issa Rae.
I did
TV
not know.
show.
I did not know. Derek Jeter had a documentary out. I would like to watch that.
It's on right now, like part 5 or 6. It's I mean, it's New York in the 90s, so it's like
Also
Issa
had a,
Rae-
also had a
Issa Rae
Jordan,
had
right?
some-
Derek Jeter had a Jordan 1.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
he had a few. He had
He's
a
been
Jordan,
a
11.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was a Jordan brand. He might have been one of the first Jordan brand athletes. Actually, now that I think about it.
I don't know. I think Roy Jones was.
Yeah, I'm not saying he was the first. I'm saying he
Oh.
was like one of the first.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yep.
Roy Jones was the first boxer.
I think the first athlete on Jordan brand. He had the
Yeah.
Trunners before they
Trunners.
before
Those were
before they
nasty.
were called Trunners. They were just the Roy Joneses. They were nasty.
Them shits were ugly. It's so crazy to me that
Yeah.
people today are like, oh, we missed those and they were so tight. And
I'm not
Oh
gonna
my
front.
God,
I had the first
you
pair of the black.
crazy?
I had the first pair of the black and red and white ones. I can't front.
you got them on your own.
I got them when
Or-
they first came out, like when they like whatever 90 whatever 2000
okay.
they came out.
I never got into those.
But that's when there wasn't a lot of sneakers out, so you just buy everything that came out because it wasn't
That's
like it was
true.
that much.
yeah. No. I watch that, but nah, I do my best to support a lot of black television, man, and movies.
I don't know, but go ahead about
He said, I don't know.
I did not. I watch every season of Atlanta, and this one, you know what I did not like about it is that they had some episodes that would just go off on a tangent, and they would have a whole different storyline with that did not really, I guess, tied back in to the actors at some point later on, and I did not like that. It got really artsy. That's it. It got really artsy for me, and
so you have to support.
I could not follow it like that.
You got to support like these artists through their growth, though. You got to support them through their like Drake had to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? He had to switch it up, and like
What do
you
you
still
mean?
got to support. His newest album is like it's a lot of dance music, it's a lot of house music. It's not
How you feeling that? You feel it?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But
I haven't
it's just-
listened to it.
But I'll say the same about the Kendrick album. Kendrick's album is not an easy listen. Like it's very much a piece of art. I mean, he's got one song where he's arguing with
His
your
girl or
pursuit
something like that, right?
and like it's like super toxic. It's kind of disgusting.
And that's the whole
actually.
song.
The whole song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm supporting
But-
Kendrick. I'm gonna go to the show tomorrow.
Nah, but I'm just saying, like he took it.
But are you supporting him though, or
He
are you
took
just
his-
going to the show?
He took it. He took
I'm
a
going
chance.
to the show. That's
He took a
support.
chance to
Nah,
go in a
support is
different.
buying a ticket.
Right.
I bought a ticket for Lupe.
We're
That's
talking about
support.
the Kendrick show. though.
Yeah, but I'm just saying you gotta support artists through their entire process.
Can we go see Michael Blackson on September 6th at the Improv?
That sounds like a Tuesday night. I cannot.
No, he's here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Who's that, mother sucker?
September
Yeah.
6th. September 6th is a Tuesday, bro.
Let's go.
Well, whatever that
Yes, we could go.
That Friday we're already going to see Lupe.
oh, Friday we're gonna go see Lupe. Let me see here.
You know, Abdul gets it in. Abdul's schedule is like more full than yours, Jerome. Abdul be at like three
Sorry,
spots,
September
three
1st.
spots every day.
September 1st is a Thursday. He's here first, second, third, and fourth.
Let's go.
I could probably do Sunday.
I would love to go see fucking Michael Blackson.
Let's
man.
go.
I want to sit in the front.
Oh, he gonna
Yeah.
fry your
Oh,
ass.
I'm good.
That's
on
cool.
that.
I'm not sitting on front.
All right, well,
Good.
let's go though. Let's go. Let's
But-
go.
I
I
don't
also
think you
want to
could
go
pick.
see.
I don't think you could pick. Where's it at? Is it the Improv?
Yes, at the Improv.
I don't think you could pick your seats. I just think you kind of show up and get in where you
Yeah,
fit
no,
in,
it's
right?
whoever gets in first. I mean,
Yeah.
you could buy
Ooh.
like the VIP tickets, and that gives you preferred seating. So I guess you get to go in first and sit down, which I don't care about.
I don't care about
Uh,
either.
but I would
Well,
like
I
to
mean,
go
I
see.
think those people don't want to be in either. They do want to be smack in
No,
the
they're gonna
front,
be right in the front.
right? That's what I'm
Yeah, and
saying.
because
Yeah,
you get a meet and greet with that. That ticket is $85,
no.
and I don't care
I
about
mean,
meeting them
that's
afterwards. To be
that's really
honest,
not that much for the meet and greet.
No,
And
he's just not the guy that I want to do the meet and greet.
yeah,
You know
no,
what
I
I'm
don't. I
saying?
don't
But
either.
but
But he's a
I'll,
funny. I want to see him. He's a
let's
funny
go
one.
if
he
we can
is
go.
funny.
If let's try to go Sunday. I'll go to
All
the
right.
Sunday show.
And
I'm
also,
down.
Cypher Sounds is going to be here on September 15th. You know, Cypher Sounds is also a comedian.
This dude just got the DZ Improv email
No,
blast or something like that.
you know what happened is I went to go see Neil. I went to go see Neil Brennan, and who was one of the creators of the Chappelle Show. He worked under, I guess, with Dave Chappelle. Um, and he's ever since I went to that show, I bought those tickets. My Instagram feed somehow figured it out that I went to a comedy show. So I get a lot of this shit showing up as sponsored ads on my feed.
That's dope.
And so listen, I'm all for it. Michael Blackson, I love it. I want to go
Hell
see
yeah.
him in live.
Me
So
too.
yeah, we should do it, man. Let's
go.
let's grab some tickets and go enjoy that. Only
How much
reason
is
I
it? It's
think
like
it's Sunday,
$40.
I think it was like 50.
Perfect.
Sunday it's a 6 p.m. show. I guess that's early enough because that's also Labor Day, right? We're gonna have to go out that
Oh
night.
yeah. All
Rome
right,
ain't Rome scratch that weekend.
no. I mean, we're gonna let me get the schedule together ASAP. And
Yeah,
then we'll do that.
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure,
yeah.
for
Figure
sure,
it
for
out
sure.
because I just remembered I was like Sundays. That's
That
Labor
is
Day
Labor
weekend.
Day.
Sunday night is a big night.
Yeah.
But I would love to go see
Okay.
Michael Blackson though.
But yeah, I
Shout
mean,
out to Black
obviously,
TV.
shout out to Black TV. So
And not watching it.
I mean, we've got two guys that are heavy into the not Black TV watching over here.
I watch all
Oh,
TV. I don't
man.
even know what black TV is. My TV don't have color.
My TV.
I watch it all.
does.
I watch Drink Champs all day long. I would definitely watch black TV.
I hate Drink
I don't
Champs.
care.
I
I've
hate
never
it,
watched
man.
them on TV.
So I on Twitter yesterday there was a thread that basically said that Carolyn Bryant was seen for the first time in 20 years. Now they kind of figured out that that information was wrong.
Who's that?
Carolyn Bryant is the woman that accused Emmett Till of whistling at her.
Oh,
which
shit.
She's
which
still alive?
She's 88 years old. She lives like
Fuck that bitch.
kind of in hospice care down in North Carolina, and
What a plug.
this.
So
the
how
guy-
did they see her walking around?
She
they
probably
just
wasn't
found
walking.
her. No. What happened basically was some dude just had pictures. I don't know if a news. I don't know what it was, but then somebody was like, no, she spoke to an author like in 2015 or something like that. So they were like, people have known where she's been. She's just been relatively recluse. But they are now, these people on Twitter are trying to organize to get charges pressed on her.
They should.
They
100%. I don't give a
absolutely
fuck
should.
that you're 88
Yeah.
years old.
They said there was a Nazi general who was arrested. He was 101 years old. And
Yeah.
they arrested him, and they said she's never actually shown forgiveness. She admitted what she did, but she's never shown forgiveness.
Why didn't she
as
get
to
locked
what
up when
did.
she admitted it?
Because she's white.
she admitted it in the 2015 conversation with
but
the
it was
with the
already assumed
author.
that she had
It was
been
already
lying the whole
known.
time.
It
Yeah, it was
already
known.
known.
Yeah.
If
So-
she never, I don't even think she lied. I think they just never asked her because basically what
They
happened
didn't
was
care.
they felt like what she did was less heinous than what the dudes that actually killed him did. You know what I'm saying? Now looking back on it, had she not lied, I mean, history would be significantly different. You know what I
Unbelievable.
mean? So, if she wants to croak over tomorrow, it'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
Obviously, here in DC, listen, man, DC in my heart of hearts, I truly believe DC is trying to get rid and or punish people who drive. They're getting rid of many roads that were 2 lanes. They're turning everything into 1 lane. They're making
Yeah.
bus lanes out of everything. They're making it 1 lane in front of like Verizon Center down there.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Why?
everything, because that's just what they're doing. Like
It just slows all the traffic
that's what
down
I'm saying.
too.
It makes the traffic so
Makes more
bad
park-
Why are
more
these
downtown.
parking.
buses getting their own dedicated lanes? I
Because I'm
don't
trying
even
to tell you,
understand it.
I think they're trying to get rid of cars. They're trying to make it on some European steez where like having a car is the ultimate luxury. You know what I'm
Psh,
saying? And
man,
then they're gonna try to.
I'll be flying down them bus lanes. Fuck that.
Oh well,
Me too.
certain times of the day you can use a bus lane for
Oh, I
sure.
use
Even
it all
when
times
you
of the day.
can't.
But
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
but nevertheless, one of the things that you lose with getting rid of the two lanes is the ability to make a right hand turn, particularly on red. So in DC, you can make a right on red.
Unless it's stated,
Yeah, unless
which
it's
a few
stated.
intersections say you can't make a turn on
But
red.
there's more than enough that aren't stated, and people.
95% of them.
Abdul, by the way, does not stop at red lights either.
I
So
don't stop at red lights.
right turn on red will not make a difference to him.
Unless my kids are in the car.
Yeah.
But the DC
If nobody's
Council,
coming,
the DC Council is proposing a bill making it illegal to turn right on a red light.
They gotta relax.
that's
Cut
okay
that shit
because no offense, but DC police don't do shit anyway. So
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be
You're not
there's so
gonna
many
get pulled over for
there's so
that.
many neighborhoods that this will never get
they don't do shit.
enforced.
But you know what? You know what could do shit is if they start putting these red light cameras in a lot of these intersections where
Yeah.
you don't need a cop then at that point.
Yeah, they
You know what
just
I'm
take
saying?
pictures.
If you make
Yep.
that picture's gonna they're gonna get $100 ticket in the mail.
Yeah.
I think this is dumb, man. I think there's already enough shit going on. Why is DC Council proposing something like this? I don't even understand.
I don't know.
What
Jerome
what
probably
good
knows.
does it do to traffic? Like I think it slows down traffic if you just cause a congestion at the intersection. Like let
Yeah.
people make that right turn, man.
Yeah. I'm okay with them taking away lanes of traffic for like bringing it down to one lane. I don't care. But right turn on red is stupid because a lot of times nobody's there. Like, why can't you?
I think the one lane thing is kind of stupid too because there's certain roads where I agree with it, but you're right about this one lane thing. Now I'm thinking about it. Even 14th Street, the busiest part of 14th Street, which is by Columbia Heights, by the Target and all that shit.
one lane.
They made that into one lane. They have the little thing, the barriers put up there where everything kind of merges into one lane. Like that's the
Yeah.
busiest part of the whole street. Like why not
Yeah.
make that 2 lanes so that traffic flows a little bit easier?
It's a lot. I mean, we'll see. Again, like I said, I think they're trying to make it. They're just trying to get rid of cars in some capacity.
We got to call whoever we know on the council, man. I got to use my influence. You know
I mean,
what I'm
listen,
saying?
I don't drive.
You be in the
so-
you be in the box with him tomorrow. Holla at him. You be in the box with him tomorrow. Holla at your peoples in
Yeah.
the box.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of hollering at people with influence, happy birthday to DC's own Mario Bowser.
Oh yeah. Happy birthday.
Yeah, it's
Mayor
her
Bowser.
birthday. So if that's somebody with influence you want to talk to in the box, that's the
Mm.
one.
Should be there. Should be in the box.
I might catch her at the City Open.
City Open is a big deal in DC.
City Open is fun. I want to see Serena, man. I think this might be one of her last years, and she's there this year. I'm
How
gonna
about your
try to go
man?
on Saturday.
How about the Sierra Leonean DMV native?
He's there. He's there. Francis
Yeah.
Tiafo, Salon man.
Yeah.
He's in the tournament.
He's on
You know,
Nike too.
He signed to Nike.
I think so.
He wears Nike. I didn't know if he had a deal with him or something like that. That would be dope.
Mhm.
His twin brother Franklin was my daughter's coach at the tennis camp.
Tennis coach. Wow.
His tennis coach, yeah. But shout out to him. And one thing I don't like about the City Open is how confusing it is, man. Like they don't have. If you go on the City Open website, it does not tell you what time a player is playing. Like, for example, if I want to see what time Serena Williams is playing, I cannot go on the website and be like, all right, so on Friday, these are the games and these are the players that are playing. It's all by seeding, right? So I guess they have rankings and whoever wins those games goes to the next round. So you can't really tell who's playing unless I'm just an idiot and I'm reading the schedule all wrong. But I was on there because I was gonna request to get tickets, and I was like, let me look up and see when Serena's playing so I can ask for tickets for that day. And I couldn't figure it out.
They want you to stay the whole joint.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna have to try to figure it out, man, because I just it might be a whole day thing, like might be a vibing day. And every year I've gone, it's been fun. But this year I'm seeing more and more activities.
My wife was there yesterday.
Uh, our guy from Maquetto, Chef Eric Bruner Yang, actually was also set up over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's things happening inside of there, so it might be like a nice little vibe. Who did she see play?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I saw.
I don't think she's sure either. She's not. She got invited.
I think I saw Billy, our friends of ours, Billy and Jeremy and Omar, who were also at the City Open, um, hanging out. Man, I've seen our guy Vic VNL has been there every year. Um, City Open's a really big deal.
It's a big deal. It's like the
So
U.S.
who's
It's the
who in
U.S.
DC?
Open. It's the U.S. Open for DC. You
Yeah,
know, I want to go to the U.S. Open though. I've been
Was
saying that
billion
year
dollar
after
Lex in the
year.
building?
At the U.S. Open or the City Open?
We know he's at the U.S. Open.
Oh, I mean, I got to talk to Lex, see if he can hook me with some U.S. Open tickets because I'm trying to go.
it's
You know what
sponsored
I'm
by
saying?
Rolex, so
You might have
he's
to buy like 6 Rolexes like him to get in there.
Listen, my man Chase was in London yesterday. They was somewhere, man. He had 5 APs right in front of him, and I just said, "God bless you guys, man." It's motivational, as we'll say. Um,
okay.
but again, we spoke about it slightly, but I don't know if it really its effect is still being felt, and that is what the locks did to the diplomats a year
Hell yeah.
ago. I think if you were on social media, there was a lot of people who, in their heart of hearts, and they probably were right in the fact believing that on paper it looked like Dipset had a path to victory. I'm not going to say easy win, but they had a path to victory.
Before the show
I'm
started.
saying, yeah, on
Before it
on
even
on
started, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
paper,
yeah,
a
yeah,
year ago,
for
there was a
sure.
lot of conversations saying, "Yo,
A lot of people were rooting. They said
Dip
there's no way the Locks can win this.
Dipset got this, yada yada yada." But what we
Dipset
all
is a
learned,
movement. There was a lot of that talk.
is that it's not about what goes down on paper; it's about what goes down on stage.
Yeah,
That's it.
And Jadakiss was as masterful. I mean, it was a Steph Curry like performance.
I feel like the
that's
Locks
that's
move
a
better
good
as a group
comparison
than diplomats,
for
anyways.
sure, for
Well,
sure.
You know?
absolutely, but I mean, like this was Steph Curry at his
Yeah, I mean, he
prime.
just
This
shit on
was
all of them,
he just he just
literally.
he just was an MC. He was KRS One, Rakim,
He took
Big
control,
Daddy Kane
definitely.
levels of mastery. You know what I'm saying? And we hadn't seen that in such a long time. I think that we were all just floored by it.
I'm gonna watch that tonight
Um,
too.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm ready. Like, I got my
Yeah,
two
well,
bottles of
and
water. I'm
and
ready.
everybody else played their part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Styles. Everybody knew like
I mean,
Jada got the hot hand.
you couldn't get in his way that night. Like it was obvious. Like just
It was
stay the
obvious
fuck
he
out his
he had
way.
a hot hand. And all right,
Yeah,
so now we know our guy needs the rock every
he has
opening he
something to
has.
prove, and he proved it.
So let's everybody else play their position. You know what I'm saying? Style was bullying Cameron in the corner. He's what's my man's name? Uh, who's the bully on Golden State?
Draymond.
Draymond. Styles was like Draymond Green out there. You know what I mean? So you could see the teamwork and camaraderie come in. Camaraderie. I saw somebody else say it just like I did on TV, dog. I don't know why you're
Camaraderie.
playing. Yeah,
Don't
camaraderie.
don't believe everything you watch on TV.
They said it just like I say.
I think you're hearing it wrong.
That's why it's TV because it's not real.
I think you're hearing it
I
wrong.
think you're hearing it wrong. Anyway, shout out to the Locks, man. They put on a show and it was
Shout
it
out
was
to Jada.
incredible. Yeah, shout out to Jada Kiss. You know, 19 years ago, Baby Boy dropped today as well. Another day
Damn.
of another anniversary of that. Beyonce and Sean Paul dropped that was another song that was in the clubs heavy, man. Still is actually.
Still is.
Well,
Still is.
honestly, nothing everything of hers that's old has been replaced at the current moment for the new stuff. Her new album is fantastic.
That's all my
Yeah.
girl been playing in the crib.
It's fantastic, the
Yeah.
sequencing. But yes, Baby Boy was a monster. The story behind Baby Boy, which dropped here exclusively on What's a Podcast.
Yeah.
Go back to our Sean Paul interview. We're actually going to it'll be in our stories by the time you hear this.
Episode
Um,
63. Go
okay,
listen
boom,
to it on
boom.
Apple
So,
Podcast. Yeah.
um, you know,
Season
to
2.
hear the story, season two. To hear the story was a little like it was interesting. It was an interesting story to
Yeah.
hear that we don't want to necessarily repeat right now, but get into it,
Nah,
check
go
it
back
out,
and listen to it.
Go
Yeah.
go
listen
back
to
and
it,
listen
man.
to it.
It was that might have been, I think, Sean's most candid interview of all time. He was with us for might have been
I think it
almost
might be
3 hours.
our longest episode.
Yeah, and he spoke about anything and everything, and it was just completely candid and open, and
I
and
think our
and I think it was great conversation.
longest episode was
Clark Kent.
Clark Kent,
no, the
We had to break
museum.
that up into two.
The
Oh
museum.
yeah,
the museum.
yeah. The museum might have been.
That was a good
And
one.
we
too.
only touched the surface. We need to get those guys back.
I was gonna say we gotta get him back on the show.
We do
Yeah.
that in person now. Let's do that in person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
got
gotta
to
do
do
it
that
at the
in person.
museum.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. So obviously, you know, Beyonce is running the world right now musically. We'll get into that in 1 second. If you do remember, there was a bird watcher, black man, who was watching birds in Central Park, and I
Got his
believe
own show.
and he was what was he? He was accused of like harassing some woman or something like that.
The white woman said that he was hitting her or something like that, and was assaulting her or something
Did
like
something
that.
to
and
her
she called
dog
the
or
cops
something?
on-
Maybe.
Well,
Assaulted-
she didn't have her dog on a leash in
Exactly.
an area where a dog is supposed to be leashed, and
Yeah, the
he
whole
pointed
park.
that out to her, and she got mad at him for bringing that up to her because of her privilege, and decided to call the cops on her. Put on a crying voice and all that shit as she was calling the cops and saying, this dude is harassing her or assaulting her or
How
either way,
fucked
it
up
was
is
a
that?
very, very dangerous and nasty phone call that could have potentially, we've seen calls like that go wrong, and people have died because of
Yeah.
something like that. We just talked about Emmett Till and that nasty situation, and this was that in 2022, honestly.
I mean, pretty much.
But that gentleman, Chris Cooper, one thing I did not agree with him, actually, now that I think about it, was when he was like, "You guys should forgive this woman." You know what I'm saying? Leave her. Fuck that.
I mean, that's just how kind of a person he is. You know,
I don't care. I do not care.
He went
You
out like
gotta,
sucker.
you gotta. People like that need to pay so that it does not repeat itself. Others take notice. Like you gotta think about the precedents
Kick
it
them when they
sets
down.
when people are not punished for this sort of behavior.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
So,
I'm with you. But
either way,
I'm
I
not.
don't
I'm
wanna-
not mad. I'm not mad at him. I'm not going to down talk him for being a good person.
No, listen.
you know?
I think at that point you should just not be a good person. Okay, somebody is being an asshole to you, and the precedence it sets if you do not do anything about it is also very dangerous. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Either way, shout out to Chris Cooper. We love him on this podcast. We're fans of his, and he just landed a show on National Geographic called Extraordinary Bird Watcher. It starts, I believe, next year. But
Abdul will be watching Black TV when he watches that show.
listen, I'm gonna watch it. I'm
We'll
gonna
see.
DVR it. I'm probably not gonna watch it. I'm
But
probably
you
not
will
gonna
see.
DVR it.
Definitely DVR it to get the ratings up.
I'm
If I
trying over
DVR
here.
it gets the ratings up.
I mean,
I guess
doesn't it count like
Doesn't
a
that count
like
as a
view?
watch?
Probably.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna add it onto my thing. I'll add it. I'll definitely record it. And if I have nothing else to watch, and right before I need to go to sleep, I'll watch it.
Oh, that's gotta be nice going to sleep.
I got to tell my father-in-law about that. He's really into birds as well. My father-in-law is like a Chris Cooper. He's a very nice gentleman and very kind, and he loves watching birds. He knows everything about birds.
So his kind of show.
Yeah,
He probably already
He's,
knows about it.
he's taught my kids the names of every bird that we see in Washington D.C.
That's dope.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really incredible. I was on 14th Street today. 14th Street is wild. I was actually in front of the Target. I was in front of the Target,
I can't wait to hear this. What happened?
and so when you can hear when the kids like when they steal like the red bikes or like the white or like the
Yeah,
lime bikes,
yeah.
you hear them when they're broken or when like when it's just like so you hear this right.
As they're
So
pedaling.
as they're pedaling, so
Yes,
I see four kids on bikes go by me. They're all
because the lock
stolen.
is still kind of
The lock is
attached
still
to
on,
the wheel.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
The
they
pro-
And
broke
they're
it.
pushing
they
through it.
broke it, but they're mashing through it on the sidewalk. 11:30. It's hot. It's the sidewalk is packed. 14th Street still popping, right?
Yeah,
What did each one of the and the first thing I do is I look at their feet.
yeah.
All four of these kids, nobody
Brand new
older than
Penny
14,
Hardaways.
brand new Penny Hardaways.
I
It
love
was
it.
a
Yes.
beautiful thing to see.
You
I
should have got a
Listen,
was
picture of
it's
that.
summertime, baby.
I was so proud. I had groceries in my hand, or else I definitely would have did it. But I was so proud of those kids. I was like, yeah, like y'all got it. Like y'all. And the worst part about it is, Ben, is there's no place to even get sneakers no more like that. Like 14th Street used to have a
Yeah, it's a
DTLR.
sports zone.
no, you used to have a sports zone and a Models right there. DTL was a little
Animal
further
Dells.
down.
Yeah, DTLR was
Was
further
further
down.
down, but
Across the street, there used to be a Foot Locker. Remember that?
Yep.
Which is now
A Korean barbecue spot.
Tico.
no Tico. It used to be
No, but it's
Tico.
by the Korean barbecue spot, right?
There's a Korean barbecue spot on 14th Street down there by
Yeah,
14th
man.
at you.
Not up by the Target.
Nah.
No,
Up
There
by
was
the-
a sneaker store right there on that strip on the right
That
hand
There was
side.
two. There was Models and there was and Sports Zone.
Yeah, those were
Not
on the other
right
side.
hand side of the street.
That's
yeah.
further down. There used to be a sporting goods store,
Yeah,
like a Spanish-owned sporting goods store.
exactly. And they had
They
Jordan
sold
account
soccer
too.
jerseys and stuff in there too.
Yep.
Yeah. But no, we're talking about down by the Commonwealth shop, DTLR. There used to be a Foot
And a
Locker
Foot Locker
across
where the
the street.
McDonald's is. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
the
No,
McDonald's has always
was
been there, but a few
yeah.
doors
But
down.
right next door to it. Yeah,
I think where the Wells Fargo is used to be.
Yeah, I remember.
Used to
That
be
used
right
to
across
be-
the street from DTLR.
That
Yep.
that used to be a KFC Taco Bell maybe or something. One of those things was
Mhm.
right there too. But
Mhm.
nevertheless, man, it was incredible to see. It just was like it was just like first of all, where'd y'all kids get these shoes? Because you can't even barely get shoes in Northwest anymore.
PG Plaza.
I'm about to say you got to go to Georgetown. Oh man, speaking of PG Plaza, man, rest in peace to Military Circle Mall. Military Circle Mall is in Norfolk, Virginia. In 2002, 2001, 2002, Military Circle Mall was getting the same amount of shoes, the same style of shoes that PG Plaza was and that Mondawmin was. Like they had, I went in there, I used to buy up all of the Air Force 2s. If you guys remember the Air Force 2s,
Hell yeah.
they had a Hawks colorway.
The dirty.
The Dirties. They had the Hawks colorway and they had a Lakers colorway.
Yep.
Then they had every dunk you could want because nobody in Virginia cared about dunks back then.
And you bought them all, sold them all
I
on
bought
eBay.
them all, sold them all on eBay. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So rest in peace to Military Circle Mall. They had to have the exact same accounts that PG Plaza and Mondawmin because it was they had a throwback jersey store, and if you went at 11 in the morning, you can cop everything because all the drug dealers were still asleep. But if you went there at 6 or 7 o'clock at night, fashion show.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then just, and you know what I mean? So
Listen, PG Plaza still got it, man. They still got a lot of stores there.
they do, but it's not like it was 20 years
It's not the same. There's not
Nah.
more. They're all like now what they call quote unquote urban accounts, but
Yeah.
it's like Shoe City, and you know what I'm saying. There's still like big name companies that are doing it, but back in the day, it used to be small little one-off
Mom and
shops
pops.
in there, mom and pop stores in there, man. That had a lot of sneakers. I remember seeing the first World Foot Locker.
Was at
Remember
PG
that?
Plaza.
Was at
Yep.
PG Plaza. That's the first time I'd ever seen that.
Me too.
But I mean, you know, again, like with Military Circle, it was just like, okay, I could go there, you know, just after school, after classes or on a weekend morning
Yeah.
or something. Then when I would come see my peoples in DC, it was always like, let's go to PG Plaza. And then just hearing about Mondawmin and how dominant it was in the world of sneakers in the
Oh,
late
for
'90s,
sure.
early
Yeah.
2000s. Reminded me of those other two malls. You know what I'm saying? It was just like it was insane the amount of sneakers that Military Circle had. I mean, you could cop literally everything there.
Yeah.
Um, I just want to say rest in peace to Military Circle Mall. If you are familiar with the 757, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Silver Bullet Air Max 97s are dropping.
You fuck with those, Rome?
I'm good. I think inflation is going to raise them up a little bit more than what I'm trying to do in my life right now.
Yeah.
So, what's retail going to be on them? 180 or 220?
Probably like
That's a good
probably like
question.
200.
It's
Might be
going to be
something.
ugly.
That's a lot of money, dog.
I mean, I think retail always on them was like
Yeah.
180 or
I
something.
think it was 180 to start. So, I
Might have
mean,
been
at this point,
160. I don't know. I can't
in my
remember.
mind,
Whatever. It was high back
honestly,
then.
yeah, it was
They
up.
they
So,
drop every few years though.
Yeah.
So
they make some
um
subtle change that's really unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? In the
yeah.
grand scheme of things. So, I think that if you can find them at outlets, go for that because I just don't know if it's
I
worth
do
it. Has
still
that,
really like that shoe though. I mean, I think it for the most part they've kept it pretty
Especially
true to
that one.
yeah, that one especially because
I
it's
like 97s. 97s had a moment here in DC like 2 years ago.
yeah,
Like
well
that was
they
like
came back heavy. They had the camel
yeah.
pair with the British flag on the tongue, the Velcro removable joints with flags on it. Um, yeah, I've always liked 97s, man. The silver bullet's always been classic. It's always been
Yeah.
like almost like a George Jetson futuristic type shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Do you wear them or you just like them?
No, I mean I wore them in
I
'97 and in the
yeah,
early 2000s.
but you
Um,
haven't worn a pair since. Like
I haven't.
none of the new
I
retros that
mean,
come out.
maybe no, I haven't.
Yeah.
I think I have the last retro that came out. I probably have it somewhere around here. But
I just don't think it has
I
the
haven't worn it.
appeal. I mean, that was what Michael Johnson's shoe, right? Wasn't that
The
the initial
gold one,
marketing?
The
Gold
The
one
gold
was
gold
one.
yeah.
one. So
Yeah,
I mean, 97s already sort of had. I mean, yeah, they were expensive, and I just think that there hasn't been a lot of reasoning put into buying a shoe like that anymore. Like before, they marketed it well. Now it's dropping. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
too expensive just to cop off GP. You know.
the days of them
um,
telling the story behind the shoe is gone. They just expect like people to know it. You know what I'm saying? Like these
Just
new
like go
kids,
buy it.
they don't have that
but
sort of connection to these shoes like we did.
the kids
It's
don't
true.
And
care,
maybe
and the only
I
stories they're
think
telling are Air Force Ones.
yeah, and you see some of that resonates because some of these people who don't know history are are happy to learn that. You know what I'm saying? And I found that out from talking to somebody like Eamon who loves Air Forces, but it really excited him to learn a lot more about the stories behind it. Like that new generation of kids, they don't have the same sort of connection
They don't care. Yeah, they don't care.
that
The
we had.
worst,
But
but the worst part about it too is they have all of the opportunities to learn the information at
But
their
it's
disposal.
just
they're too
it's
accessible for them
Exactly.
nowadays.
No, no, no. I'm not.
also
I'm not disagreeing with you. But if for us, East Bay, when the East Bay came in, that was
yeah.
your opportunity to learn about shoes
Hell
and
yeah.
colors. Now they can Google what East Bay 1994 joint looked like, and they still say dumb things like the comments on the shoe game posts
I
that Abdul. That was the epitome of just being naive, being willfully naive, like being
Yeah.
stupid.
I think it's also just so much information is thrown at them that maybe other things take priority. And if it's something that's gonna better yourself and better your career, I get it. This is not that important, but I think that there's a variety of reasons why they probably don't do the knowledge on things. You know what I'm saying? Some of it has to do with just a million things happening in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like even music, like I don't think people are listening to music that came out last year. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just
No,
so
all
much.
the you can look
It's
at
the microwave era.
yeah,
Yeah.
TikTok is re. It's like bringing songs from the past to the top of the charts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the top songs will be like "Return of the Mac." You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
It's
what? This is
horrible.
crazy. So again, I
I mean,
agree
I
with what you're
like that.
saying.
I'm glad that, artists from those days are now getting some shine, even if it has to be on TikTok. But, like classic albums, for example, don't have the same sort of allure that it did for us. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We still connect with some of that music that came out in the 90s that we thought was our favorite album of all time.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know what I mean?
for us, I think it's a little bit nostalgic though. We attach memories to Reasonable Doubt. We attach memories to the first time you saw the ice cream video. We attach memories to
Illmatic.
things
Yeah.
like Illmatic, right?
Yeah.
But it's for these kids, it's more about discovery, and then because of what is on their plate and being made by their rap heroes of the moment, it's just it's it's kind of trash. You know what I mean? So listen, man, you like what you like. It's cool. You
Yeah, I mean,
like
it's
it.
not for us,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
You like it. I love it. Everything is for me. I'm a DJ. I need to make it happen.
Everything
What
is for your audience, not for you.
we'll see. What I will say is that what everything needs to be and what we all need are these Ama Manier Jordan 4s.
Oh hell yeah!
It's just Widner's not responding to us via
You did we DM
IG.
him?
No, we haven't
We
DM'd.
we gotta shoot him a DM. We're
Which
gonna-
one of the if you're the one of the guys on Full Size Run podcast that follows us, you know what I'm saying, Complex Sneaker Show podcast. I think two of y'all follow us here at Whats'a podcast. I know you guys just had Whitner on the show. I watched it already. You know what I'm saying? Give us the plug.
Yeah.
We need the 4s. If you guys saw, I don't know if you guys saw, but August 8th is Sneakers Day.
Oh yes, that's
So
coming up. That's Monday.
is it Monday? Yeah. So August 8th is Sneakers Day,
Yep.
supposedly, according to the internet. And in the picture of shoes that is about to be re-released was the Manier Jordan 3.
Really?
Did you get
Yeah.
those, Abdul? You finally got them?
I put
I
it on.
did from our guys at Soul
Soul
Priorities.
I put
I
it
did
on
a big trade for him.
the What's a Podcast Instagram like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay.
So
Also, the Fragment Travis Jordan 1 lows are coming out as well.
that I mean, if you haven't got them yet, Panda Dunks will be out again. I think.
Do you see the pink and black ones?
Haven't seen those.
Pink
Not
and black
exactly.
what?
Fire. Like dunks.
Dunks?
They're,
No.
they're like pandas, but they're pink instead of
Oh,
white.
that's kind of tight.
That's kind of
They're,
tight.
they're really fire. I'm not mad at. You know what? I'm not mad at the panda dunks.
I'm gonna try to get a pair. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
I'm not
you
mad. I'm not
can
mad
wear
at
those
them.
every day and keep it moving.
Yeah, I'm not mad at them. People
There's
laugh at it. People, the sneakerheads laugh at them. I'm not mad at them.
There's a Sneakers Day Air Force One that's coming out as well that I'm gonna try to get my hands on. It looks good.
What is Sneakers Day?
I think it's a made up holiday.
Like a day to wear your sneakers? Like is that,
No, I think
Nah,
it's a day
so-
where they drop a whole bunch of shit on Sneakers app
that
that was previously came out, as well as maybe some new things. And it just gives people another chance to cop something you might have missed out on.
okay.
So
Another day to catch an L.
I think last
doubt.
year, I think my brother called me. It was like 10:04 or 10:06.
I feel like I got this text message.
Then I text y'all. I think I might have called Abdul, and I was like, "Yo, Sneakers app right now." And because remember, I think they did a bunch of dunk lows.
That's
Then
right.
Then they did a bunch of dunk highs.
So
it
it
all
doesn't
struck
drop
out.
at 10 o'clock, right? It's just throughout the day.
No, this was that. It was like 10 minutes apart, or like an hour apart.
Okay.
I think it was like 10 o'clock for the.
They
dunks.
just kept dropping.
Oh, that's
No.
right. I think I ended up hitting on like two things, right?
You did. Yeah, you absolutely did. That's
Yeah,
what
Two
we-
out of
we
like
did- I did
12.
not.
Like
because
it-
I called you. I called
yeah,
you.
yeah. I
So
do remember that.
no, I think what happens. I think at 10 o'clock, one group of dunks hit,
Yes,
and then at 10:10, another group of dunks hit.
that's right.
And everybody was just so flustered and frustrated. They're also stating that the Futura off-white
Ooh.
dunks are supposed to drop on Virgil's
man.
birthday. I think Virgil's birthday is in
September
September.
30th.
Okay, yeah. So
Listen to me.
that's gonna cause a
Abdul,
problem.
do you already have those?
No, that was one of the sneakers I was supposed to get from my guy, Zade Kicks.
Oh, damn. Did you already put your? How much did you lose your deposit?
Of course, I lost my deposit.
You can't put like a stop payment on your credit card
Hell
Try to
no!
get your
I
money
put
back?
that deposit in
like
fucking
2 years ago.
almost 2017 or 8 or 19, whatever the fuck, whatever year it was that Futura was in Paris with Virgil at the
Oh,
Louis
you
Vuitton.
put it out immediately.
Immediately.
Zade kicks. Oh
How
my
much? How much?
goodness.
How much? What else does Zade Kicks get from you?
I don't want to talk about it. I got denied by my credit card company. They were like, excuse me, sir, these transactions were years ago. We're not going to be
Oh,
able
you
to fucking
tried?
help." Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Also,
man.
speaking of Zade Kicks, news came out. I was
I was I
reading
was
a
just I was just about to read it right now. I literally googled it
read
right
it,
now.
read
Yeah,
it. I'll
yeah.
pull it up. But this
So this
dude,
this
go
hit
ahead.
Bloomberg under the
Yep.
wealth and investing
Whoa.
department.
Yeah.
Sneakerhead accused of running huge Air Jordan Ponzi scheme.
But was it
Zade
a Ponzi scheme? Because you got shoes from him.
Zade Kicks promised
Yeah,
the
but
hottest
Ponzi
sneakers at
scheme
discount
investors
prices.
get some returns back too.
Yeah.
Buyers said they never got their shoes and they're out of $1 million. They said he had Lamborghinis and crazy rare Jordans at low prices. And yeah, prosecutors
That-
say Malik Zadeh and his kicks swindled thousands of people across the nation in a multi-million-dollar scam involving nubuck and leather rather than stocks and bonds. The
Bro,
f-
he pre-sold 600,000 pairs of the
Air
cool
Jordan
gray
11.
Jordan 11s for like a
Damn.
almost for like below retail. He made about 70 million off of
And
that
that's how he
transaction.
went out.
No, I don't think that's how he went out. I think he went out because he continued doing things like that, and then he would just
Did you have
uh
to like fill out like a disclaimer when you like buy shoes from him, saying that he's not like responsible for anything? Is there like fine
no,
print on there?
no. I've bought sneakers from him. I got
No, I
them.
know, I know, I know.
Um, and I think at some point it just became too much for him to fulfill. He was selling more than he was getting. So
That money back.
he was just
So basically, that's what it says. In
yeah,
truth, prosecutors say his name is Malek Zadeh was
Malik?
taking no Malek, so whatever.
it's Malik. He's Iranian.
Was
He's
taking
Persian.
orders and collecting money for thousands of sneakers he didn't have and couldn't get,
Yeah.
at least for a price that made any sort of economic sense. When customers' orders didn't arrive, he bullied and blustered, offered store credit and gift cards that would make him more than the difference. So basically, he ran out of steam. He ran out of gas. And the crazy part about it, he was based in Oregon.
Yeah, he was based
So
in Eugene, Oregon.
yeah, which is crazy. So his plug was solid at some
He
point.
definitely had plugs when he started out, man. He had relationships with a lot of shops
He
and was
lost
getting
his plugs.
backdoor pairs. But I think he grew too big and was selling way more than he was actually getting in, and that's when the trouble started.
Yep.
Mm.
I'm glad
They got his fiance too.
they
She
locked
was a
her up
white
too.
woman. It doesn't matter.
Damn.
They say he did all this by himself. Prosecutors say he falsified over 15 loan applications for more than $15 million in bank financing. They said the latest limited edition, the Air Jordans 11 Cool Gray, appears to have been a step too far. He, as Nike prepared to drop the shoes, he made a move. Prosecutors say he offered to sell them for $115
That's crazy.
before the release date.
That was
He
a $220 shoe.
yeah, he took orders for 600,000 pairs.
Yo, what a gangster.
He only had 6,000.
Six. Hold on, let me do the math. 600. I think that's what they said was 70 million. 600,000
70 million.
times 115. Bomboclat 69 million is what he made off of that.
He was
And
trying to
then
be
just did not give people their money back.
he was trying to be your man. He was trying to be your man.
Who?
According
Bernie
to court
Madoff?
Nah. According to court documents, he spent much of his profits on Bentleys, Ferraris, and Lamborghinis. Some $3 million went to Louis Vuitton bags,
Oh,
jewelry, furs, and watches, as expensive as 600,000 a piece. He was
yeah,
trying to be your man.
yeah. Nobody can be him.
Just let him be him, and
Let him be
everybody-
him.
Yeah,
Everybody
and you
else,
do you. Yeah.
you do you.
Listen, man.
I wear Old Navy white t-shirts. Listen, I drive a 2016 Honda Accord. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
I
I
just
be
got
me, you be you.
I just copped a three
Yeah.
pack. I just copped a 3 pack of Polo White tees, man. They're
Yeah,
phenomenal.
polo white
Best
tees. Every now and then I'll
best
splurge on
things
some
ever.
Supreme Hanes white tees, undershirts and socks. Jerome, your mic
Feedbacking.
is
Oh,
moving.
sorry.
Um, yeah,
It's
everybody, you
still
just got to
fuzzy.
be you, man. You just got to. Is it? Are you hearing feedback? I'm not.
I hear like fuzz.
Are we
Okay,
good?
it's all
Are we
good.
good?
We're about to end the
Yeah,
show.
we're good now.
So basically, before we finish up on the sneaker thing, there obviously was one more situation. The Virgil Brooklyn Air Force One
Psh,
might be the best. Is this the gray pair?
Who's
no, this
also
is
who's
this.
also married to a white woman.
He was.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Was this the gray pair?
No, the gray pair is supposed to be Paris. This is the green pair that's coming
Okay.
out of the
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Museum. Jerome, your feedback is crazy right now.
I know when you lean back, it's like wiggles.
Is the connection?
I'm good money.
Nah,
Nah, it's crazy. You can't hear it. There
there
we
you
go.
go.
There you go. Leave it like
Perfect.
that. Yeah, I think out of all the museum pairs, man, this green one is just the standout. I mean,
I don't
how
know.
do
The
y'all
blue the
rank it?
blue one's kind of fire.
Before the green ones came out, to me, the blue ones are the best ones. I think I
I like
rank
the
them.
yellow ones too.
I do, but I think I go green, blue.
Yellow.
I think I go white,
What's the white one? The white
yellow.
one's Complex Con.
Yeah, white with the
So
silver
that's not
check.
even a museum.
Nah, but it was the same theme of sneakers though. It was
Okay.
the silver check pair. I go white, I go yellow, and then I go black.
Okay.
Black was the MoMA. Um, Currently, I'm missing the green pair as well as the MoMA pair. Um, I need this green pair, man. I don't know
I
how I'm
fuck
gonna
with them.
get them. Um, but if you're listening out there, you can help as well as listen, Futura Labs, uh,
I mean, I don't think that somebody who was
Sky,
on sneakers
everybody,
app
get me,
for an Air Force One
let me get
special.
the. I would love to get the Futura Virgil Dunks, man.
I'm
I
gonna
need
say
a
if you
pair of
if you're
those.
on sneakers app showcasing Air Force Ones, you should have no problem getting the green Virgils.
Oh no, it
Make
does.
that
I don't.
call.
It does not work like that.
I know, but it should.
It should. You're right. Yeah.
We're now gonna say, what is Abdul watching?
Not a lot of
You know,
black TV.
I'm not watching any black television shows. I'm boycotting them all. um, I was on travel mode. And, I just got back in town, so I try to watch Law and Order in Spanish in my
No,
hotel room at the
it's tough.
DR, and um, it just wasn't the same. But um, I started watching. I realized when I came back that there was a show I watched on HBO last year or a few years back called Industry, and it was about these young students, well, not even students, young professionals who were just out of like grad school or college, but they started working for like a financial bank in London. Um, and some of the things that happen in some of these big banks and like Morgan Stanley and places like that. So a new season for Industry just started, I believe, on Sunday, and I started to watch it, but I was like, yo, you know what? I don't remember the first season at all. So let me go back and start the first season. So I started doing that. Um, I'm going through the first season right now. After that, I'm going to start watching the second season. Another show that started a new season is called City on a Hill, which is based in the 90s, but it has to do with a very corrupt Boston police department and the DAs who worked in those offices at that time. I believe this might be the third season of City on a Hill. Um, so I'm gonna check that out as well. I'm gonna let a few episodes pile up so I can binge watch the whole thing. But yeah, that's about it.
What you
Music
been listening to?
musically,
Beyonce, Drake.
Beyonce is there, Drake is there, Joey Badass is still popping. There are
French Montana.
rumors. No, there's a French Montana Kodak Black album coming out. I don't know.
That shit's
What?
probably gonna be fire.
Yeah, they announced it on Instagram. According to Lenny S, Jay Z just dropped one of his best verses ever for the upcoming DJ
Oh my
Khaled
god.
album. DJ Khaled, who I will forever talk shit about, was on video buying out the Prada store the other day. I don't know what that does for your life, but if you can do it, knock it out, family. Um, I mean, I put a new mix out yesterday. It's been kind of crushing it, so that's good. Got another mix coming out Friday. I mean, other than that, just it's not. It's probably something that I'm missing, but I'm not expecting too much. The Beyonce is the best thing that's gonna happen this year, though.
The best
It's
ting.
stellar.
You've been listening to a lot of Drake.
I said thing, no, even though
I
I don't.
thought I
I
heard
don't.
you say
No, no,
ting.
no, no. We have an H where I'm from. Uh,
Man,
um,
them.
but no, man. I mean, obviously, we're just happy to be back in the building. Happy to have Streamer Eddie
Yeah.
back in the building, safe and
For
sound.
No
Shout out,
monkeypox.
shout out to the whole family.
Monkeypox free.
No doubt.
Yo, listen, man, be safe out there. I think the COVID's very real.
COVID's coming back.
I know a lot of people that
Drake
have
got COVID.
Yeah.
I think he
Yo,
had to cancel
I'm-
some of his Toronto shows because of that.
I'm
During Carolina.
more scared of monkeypox than COVID. Real talk.
I'm
Yeah.
scared of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want any of it personally. I don't want any of
Yeah,
my
did you already have COVID?
knock on wood, I have not had COVID.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
I'm more scared of monkeypox.
You might be one of
than
the
COVID.
few people I know. You and my
mean-
parents, I think might be
Yeah,
it.
my parents too. Yeah.
Hey, listen,
I
knock
don't
on
think I
wood.
know anybody else who didn't have it.
I just pray, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? Like we just saw. That's all you
Bella,
can do.
Bella hasn't had it, obviously.
No, she had it.
Oh, she had it. You were
She
able
had
to
it.
dodge it.
Yeah,
You might have had it then and just been completely immune.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't had
Asymptomatic.
nothing that I have gone over the signs. I thought I might have had it a couple times, but tested negative each time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
All
So, I say that, and of course now, I get it.
11
I'm gonna go
gigs
get that
later.
I'm gonna go get the second booster.
I need to get another boost. I'll probably do it in Arizona. Shout out to my guy, always available. Hashtag Streamer Eddie.
Peace, fellas.
Shout out to Don't Charge Abdul.
Yes, sir.
Don't
AKA
watch black.
Mr. Anonymous.
Don't watch black TV shows.
Black TV,
Go,
Mr. Anonymous.
Go subscribe to our
He-
podcast on Apple Podcasts, please. Subscribe, rate, and comment. It helps us move through the analytics.
BT is banned in Abdul's house.
I don't watch BT. No, I'm joking.
I am DJ Jerome Becker III, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.